Hello and welcome to the Duluth News Tribune's Bulldog Insider podcast. I'm your host, Matt Wellens, the Bulldogs hockey beat reporter at the News Tribune.
And I'm Zach Schneider, the television voice of Bulldogs hockey on My Nine Sports.
Returning to the podcast this week, fresh off picking up 2 wins in Fairbanks, Alaska over the Nanooks last weekend, we have Jayson Shaugabay and Callum Arnott. Welcome back, guys. Thanks for doing the podcast again.
Thank you for having us.
Thanks.
What did you guys think of Alaska? Getting 2 wins is nice, but overall, what were your thoughts on what I thought was a very long trip? I'm still trying to catch up on sleep after a travel day.
Very, very long. And I mean, we didn't get to see very much. It was just cloudy and cold, but I mean, it was good to go get a couple wins at least.
Yeah, it was a little different than what I'm used to and growing up in the city and stuff like that. But yeah, it was good to get the wins. So
yeah, I felt like it was like being, as we were telling Zach, it was northern Minnesota in like early mid-November.
Yeah.
is what it felt like up there. As a team, what was it like going on a long trip like that and getting a chance to bond?
I mean, I think on the way there it was fine. It's fun to be with the guys in the airport, and I mean, it's long, but it wasn't that bad. But on the way back, it was tough. It was a 2 a.m. flight.
Yep. Yeah. We all took a 2 a.m. flight, 2 a.m. Alaska time. Which would have been 5 a.m. back here in Minnesota. I was telling the guys, sounded like a good idea at the time. 2 a.m. flight, get back to MSP at 2 p.m. But it was not. It was not a good idea.
Is that the tougher transition? The transition back to Minnesota time than getting out to Alaska?
I thought for sure. I thought it was way worse.
yeah, I think it's tougher coming back. I think going there, you're not like we're kind of just focused on playing. You're not really focused on the
excited
time.
and all that.
Yeah, first weekend. But now that you're coming back, Monday class and stuff like that, you kind of got to get back into it right away.
You guys skated today. We're taping this on Monday. And you get Tuesday off.
We didn't skate today.
You didn't skate today, so that changed a little bit.
Yesterday when we got to MSP, they're like, day off tomorrow. So, yeah, we had today off. Tomorrow we get back going again.
Okay, that was the question, which was going to be the harder day, the Monday or the Tuesday. So Monday was the toughest day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're talking a little bit about this. What's one thing you would have liked to have done in Alaska that you didn't get to do last weekend?
I wanted to see a moose.
Yeah, I did get to. I was bragging that I did get to see a moose.
Something like that for sure.
Yeah, Sam,
cool.
the outdoor guy, was telling me to keep my eyes peeled, but didn't get to see one. So
didn't get to see a moose. Shogs, that you would have liked to see a moose.
I like to see something cool. I don't know, Northern Lights. I don't know anything. It just
Northern Lights was on my list. Again, these are all things that I feel like you can do. You can see a moose in Minnesota. It's challenging. You could see the Northern Lights in Minnesota. You got to be in the right conditions. But like, I thought it was easy for me to see a moose. I went to a wildlife sanctuary, walked around there, and ran into them. But yeah, the weather did not cooperate. The Northern Lights would have been the one, because that's the one thing that people said, in Alaska, they're really bright. They're cool. You don't need a camera or anything to tweak things. But the weather was just awful. Zach, get it in. How was the weather this last weekend in Minnesota?
It was nice. Yeah, it was good weather. I was down in the Twin Cities for their marathon and didn't feel like hockey weather in Minnesota.
No. Yeah, it felt like hockey weather in Alaska. Would you guys have rather been in Alaska during the summer solstice when it's light out all day long? They do a midnight baseball game up there that I heard is pretty cool. Or would you rather be there during the winter solstice when they only get light for like 3 to 4 hours?
Probably in the summer when it's light all the time. I think I would get a little depressed if there was no light, only 3 hours or whatever. But I think I would go summer.
I think I'm the other way.
You'd do
if we're going up there for games.
Yeah, if you lived up there, if you were up there for the entire, if you lived in Fairbanks, this is where we need athletic director Forrest Carr to ask him how he dealt with this. But he used to work at UAF. It'd be cool to visit during the winter solstice if you're just up there for the weekend.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to be up there for longer than like what we were up there for, which is basically 3 days. 3 days of darkness would be enough for me.
Yeah. No, I agree with that.
Yeah. If you guys could play a hockey game anywhere on earth, where would you go?
No idea.
No idea on this one?
Maybe somewhere in Europe.
Somewhere in Europe?
I don't think I've ever played in Europe. And some of the crowds look really cool out there. So I think I'd probably say somewhere in Europe.
Somewhere like Northern Ireland?
Yeah, like get a good crowd or something.
Maybe like a Winter Classic or something would be pretty cool.
To do a winter, be able to play at one of the Winter Classic.
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Yeah, they did that when the Red Wings hosted the Winter Classic. They did They held the Great Lakes Invitational and a couple other games at the Detroit Tigers Stadium. They played the actual game at Michigan Stadium, so maybe that wouldn't be as cool. But I think they've done it before where they've had college games at Winter Classic locations. Yeah, I asked the anywhere, where would you want to go? Because we just went to Alaska. Next year, the team goes to Northern Ireland. If you guys are around here still next season, you would get that experience. What are your guys' thoughts on the team doing that next year?
I'm excited. I think that'd be so cool. I think it's going to be so cool to go down there, and I think the plane ride and all that will be fun. And I don't know, I'm excited to go to Europe.
Yeah, I think it's exciting. Not every team gets to do that, and hopefully if we are successful down there, me and Chuck were talking about maybe sneaking our clubs down and
playing around
trying to get out there, but yeah.
Well, it's like we had asked Coach Sandlin when he was on the podcast last week, is anyone bringing their fishing rod to Fairbanks? Which that was a no. I never actually asked Garnsey. I didn't get a chance to ask Garnsey if he ever snuck a fly fishing reel or anything like that.
No, I'm sure Zam wanted to.
Yeah, Zam probably
Zam would
found
be,
a way.
That's the teammate most likely to sneak fishing gear. There was you guys were staying near. There was a river downtown. I don't know what the fishing would have been like in that river or anything like that. But I didn't see anyone out fishing at all the entire time I was there, and the little bit I ventured around Fairbanks and stuff. Is a trip to Northern Ireland enough, you think, to entice guys to come back next season? Absolutely. There's a couple of you that are going to have decisions to make.
I think it's once in a lifetime type of stuff. So I think so.
Yeah, I agree. I think, like I said, not every team gets to do it, so I think it's a pretty cool thing to be a part of.
The trip to Europe notwithstanding, how did Alaska compare to some of these other trips that you make in the NCHC or in a more normal schedule, like Tempe? We saw pictures of you guys down there enjoying the Arizona sunshine, but Alaska, Northern Ireland probably is out of this mix because it is kind of such once in a lifetime type of thing. But is it more fun to go to these places that, UMB had never traveled to Fairbanks before, but how does that compare to maybe your Arizona trip, the sunshine versus like somewhere out there like Alaska?
Oh, I don't think it's even close, to be honest with you. Arizona was miles ahead of Alaska. Way shorter, way nicer out there, but
the novelty of it means nothing to you, huh?
No, not really. I enjoyed Arizona a lot more.
Yeah, a lot of people told us, Anchorage, that's the city you want to go to in Alaska. It's on the ocean. It's right in the mountains.
Yeah.
Fairbanks, you could faintly see Denali in the distance when the clouds cleared for a little bit. It's kind of like being in northern Minnesota. That's except there's a Costco and a Home Depot and such like that because people are coming from all over. It was fun. I'm glad I went up there for the first time. I'm not like itching to go back to Fairbanks again, especially after the long travel day. So we asked, will you guys be here next year? Because both of you were both at an NHL development camp over the summer. As if you're not together enough as it is, I thought it was appropriate that you two both ended up at the same camp together, the Tampa Bay Lightning camp. Jayson, you're a 2023 fourth round pick of the Lightning. Cal, you were an undrafted free agent invite. For you, how'd that all come about? How does a player get invited to an NHL development camp when they go undrafted, especially when that's your favorite team too?
Yeah,
right?
Growing up, that was my favorite team. Loved Steven Stamkos growing up. Yeah, it obviously happens pretty quick. They obviously watch all the games and stuff like that. And then my experience with it is you kind of just get a phone call, unknown number, you answer it, and they're like, "Do you want to come to camp?" And you don't turn that down. So kind of happens quick after the season.
Unknown phone number, or do you typically answer unknown phone numbers?
I feel like I do. Yeah.
You're Shogs, do you answer unknown phone
Not
numbers?
usually, no.
Yeah, see, I'm in that camp too. I don't answer unknown phone numbers.
If it's important, they'll text me or voicemail or something.
Yeah, wait for them to get. Well, there's a new cool feature on the iPhone where they can start talking or whatever, and then you can pick it up mid, like the old days when someone would start talking on your answering machine. Zach, are you an unknown phone number?
Yeah, just because of my work. I get calls from a lot of unknown numbers sometimes, depending on what time of year we're in. But I always answer. You can always hang up.
You can always hang up.
Yeah.
Cal, do you get multiple? Jayson, you have no choice. You're going to the Tampa Bay camp, whether you want to or not. That's your option. You have sometimes players I've heard have options. Did you have other options to go to other camps, or was this the only team that reached out?
This was the only team that reached out, and kind of right away I said yes.
Yeah.
A little prematurely, but I was excited. So yeah.
If the dates work out for a free agent like you, could you go to multiple camps with multiple teams?
I'm not sure the rules, but I know that most teams, they're around the same timeline anyways, so I don't think you could, but I'm not sure about the ruling. Like,
I feel like I've heard of guys hitting up undrafted guys hitting up multiple camps. It is tough. Most of them are right on top of each other now, right after the draft and such. What is Tampa's camps all involved? These used to be more uniform, but now teams are kind of mixing it up a little bit. Some teams I found out from guys, they don't even skate anymore. They just go down there and do informational and team building stuff. They don't even skate anymore. Some of that's like availability of teams' practice facilities and such. What is Tampa Bay Lightning camp all involved?
So we're down there for a week, and we skate twice a day, work out, we do medical stuff, and we have a day where we go to like Top Golf or do something like that with everybody. But for the most part, it's very developmental focus. Like we have a lot of skating coaches and skill days, and the last 2 days are like scrimmage, like 3-on-3 and stuff like that. So there's a lot of, and like the workouts aren't easy. Workouts are very tough actually. So no, I think they take it very serious as a developmental camp.
Cal, have you been to other development camps before besides Tampa's?
Yeah, after my last year of juniors, I went to St. Louis's camp.
Okay, I was going to say, I feel like you were one of them that, how did the two camps compare, St. Louis and Tampa?
We skated a lot more in Tampa, which I enjoyed. St. Louis's, we didn't really work out, which Tampa's, like Shag said, was pretty tough, which was maybe not as fun in the moment, but looking back, it was a good time. And yeah, those were the main differences that I kind of noticed.
How do they compare to, it's only a week versus an entire season, but how do they compare to what you're doing here at UMD, like the on-ice stuff, off-ice stuff? How pro comparable is what you're doing throughout the year here in Duluth?
Well, I think it's just a lot different because it's like the skates are like more like for skating and for like skill work and stuff like that. Like here, we practice as a team and like do team stuff. So I think it's just a lot different in that sense of like they're just trying to make us individually better when we go to camp like that, and then here obviously it's more team focused.
Cal, as an undrafted free agent, do you have an agent out there kind of helping facilitate these at all? Or as they like to say, family advisor or whatever it is. But yeah, an agent. You got help assisting you on that?
Yeah, my dad's in the business. Has been for a really long time. So he kind of walks the line of being a dad and being an agent. But yeah.
How is that as dad as the agent?
I think he's really good at walking that line.
Okay.
He's not a guy to sugarcoat anything or... like he's helped me and my brother a lot. So, I think it's a little different than obviously everyone else, but yeah, it's good.
Matt mentioned the two different paths that you're going down, Jayson being a draft pick and Cal being undrafted at this point. But talk me through the differences maybe in how these teams are talking to you throughout the year. Cal, you said you got an invite after the season was over, come down to camp. I'm sure they talked to you at the end of the camp, kind of talk to you about what they saw that week. But how often do they stay in touch with you? Are they allowed to stay in touch with you as an undrafted guy like throughout the year?
Yeah, I think they're allowed to, but I think being undrafted, they kind of just watch from afar rather than talk to you like you're a drafted player during the season, just because like any team can kind of pick you up whenever. So I think they kind of just watch from afar during the season rather than it's probably different for Shug.
Yeah. Yeah, with me, I get texts occasionally, and when they come to watch, they let me know, and then I talk to them or whatever it is. So we, they keep in touch, and they can help me out with anything, send me video or anything like that. But obviously, I don't talk with them like a ton. I mean, they got lots of prospects and all that to do, but no, it's all good.
Cal, as an undrafted guy, so you've been to St. Louis, you've been to Tampa. Next summer, if you're looking at going to development camp again, do you go back to a team you've already been to? If Tampa calls, do you go back there? Or do you maybe go to another team's camp so you can, Shog's staring you down here right now and be like, no, you're coming back with me to Tampa. Do you look at other teams to maybe, make another impression with another team? And also it's a chance for you to kind of feel out these organizations to figure out what they're about.
Yeah, I think obviously if Tampa would have me back, I'd definitely go. But it's kind of just like a after the season decision that I make, and I haven't really thought of that yet. But
I think Alex Iafallo went to like 4 different camps and then didn't even sign with a team that whose camp he went to. I remember Tom Curvers working for Tampa Bay at the time. He spent as much time on Alex Iafallo as teams spend on their draft picks, and Tampa was unable to get him. Did you guys get another matching tattoo to mark the occasion of going to Tampa together? No,
not this year.
No match. You did. No. You guys have not added to the collection.
No,
still my only tattoo.
Still your only tattoo,
yeah.
Cal? Okay. You had mentioned that maybe you were thinking about broadening.
Yeah, I'd like to get more. I just don't know what to get. I think, like, obviously his has all meanings. I'd like to mine to have all meanings too, but I haven't thought of it.
Haven't thought of it yet. All right. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we'll have more with Jayson and Cal. You're listening to the Bulldog Insider podcast, brought to you by the News Tribune's limited podcast series, Edmund Fitzgerald, 50 Years Below.
You know the name. You've heard the song. You know the number. 29 men were lost when the Edmund Fitzgerald was overcome by the gales of November 50 years ago. But do you know the rest of the story? The Duluth News Tribune has been close to this story from the beginning, and now we're looking back as the world marks a half-century since the wreck of the Edmund Fitzgerald. In this limited podcast, we will tell the story of the Fitzgerald from its launch to its loss, and we will also explore its legacy. Edmund Fitzgerald, 50 Years Below, will be released in 5 episodes this fall, starting October 13th and leading up to November 10th, 2025. Watch DuluthNewsTribune.com for articles, images, and videos that expand the story.
Welcome back to the Bulldog Insider podcast, brought to you by Edmund Fitzgerald, 50 Years Below. You'll be able to listen to the series on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you listen to podcasts. First episode drops October 13th. You can support all of the Duluth News Tribune's podcasts by visiting DuluthNewsTribune.com. Subscribe and check out all the content we have there, including the new Bulldog Insider podcast bonus segment we just recorded during the break. It's our question of the week. This week's question for the guys was, what is your most unpopular hockey opinion? Check out the video at DuluthNewsTribune.com. All right, Cal, I got to follow up from when we had you and Shaugs on here last season. You knew nothing about Minnesota high school hockey at that point, except that Shaugs had lost to the Plant Brothers in the state tournament. I'm wondering, it's been about a year now. What have you learned about Minnesota high school hockey?
Still haven't learned much from the Plants. You know, they just talk about how they won, and they got a million things hung up in our house of when they won, and there's a huge banner and like all this stuff. But I'm still learning. We went to a couple games last year somewhere at the Amsoil, so that was pretty cool to see like the atmosphere for high school. Thought that was cool, but yeah, I still don't know much about it.
Is that stuff hung up in the common space, Shogs, or is that in their
everywhere.
Rooms?
No, it is everywhere. It's in their rooms. Yeah, it's right outside of my room. Like the big banner is outside of my room. But no, I mean, at this point, it doesn't even affect me anymore. I hear it every day.
Just close the yearbook, guys.
Yeah.
Isn't that the comeback to?
Yeah, I mean, it was 3 years ago or 2 years ago now. So
you two lived at the Plant Brothers in the Oakland apartments on campus last season. You're living with both of them again here, but also a bunch of other guys on campus, right? It's a pretty unique living situation from what I understand. Can you guys tell us about it?
Well, first of all, we got Max in the basement and Zam all the way up top. Separated them.
Yeah, Kleber filled me in on that when I talked to him at the summer showcase.
Yeah,
that was deliberate.
Yeah, that was goal one. Yeah. But we got Ty Hansen now, Harper Benz. We got Cleves living with us, and we got Brady Cleveland, new guy this year. But it's been a lot of fun in that house.
And from what I understand, most of the team is like living within a block or a couple blocks of each other this year.
Yeah, so we have Joey, Aaron Pionk, Blake Beshin, Stacks, Fish, and Dahlheimer. They all live like directly, like pretty much above our house.
Above
like,
your
just
house?
Just a street up.
A street up.
Yeah.
You guys spend so much time together at the rink. What is it also like living, so many of you living that close together?
Well, obviously at the rink, you're kind of more focused on practice or workout or whatever, but at home, it's we got a ping pong table set up, so we've been down at that. And, yeah, we got a leaderboard and everything, and so kind of at home, you're kind of more relaxed and just talking about whatever. But rather than at the rink, where you're focus on what you have to do.
Does what happens at practice or games now that they've started carry over to the house? And is that a good thing? Can it be like, hey, we just need to, like, especially with the plants, maybe, take 5 minutes apart? But is it more of a good thing, bad thing, like, from that kind of bonding, or do you get home and kind of let it be and get to the rink the next day?
Well, I think we have a really healthy group at the rink. Like, even if guys are fighting in practice, which is totally fine, they kind of let it go and they're hanging out at the house. So I think it's something like that's fine. But if someone makes a tough play in practice, you're definitely gonna hear about it at the house.
Yeah.
So I think you hear more about the tough plays you make in practice than the good plays. But I think that's how it should be too.
Yeah.
Who's atop the ping pong leaderboard right now?
I was up there, but
No, he's the worst player.
my game's coming along nice.
He's starting to get a little better,
it's
but
coming
he's
along.
not very good. Ty Hansen's the leader right now.
Ty is?
Yeah.
Has this replaced the, what was it, a Fortnite leaderboard last year at the apartment?
Yeah, so we had a Fortnite leaderboard, but Zam was the only one that played. So he'll probably tell you that he won, but I played maybe 4 games. You played what, 20 maybe?
Yeah,
he played maybe 180 games. Like, it wasn't really a leaderboard, but
Running through a couple questions here about the house. We'll get the update. We got these last year for the apartment, the house. Who's the messiest?
Zam.
Still Zam?
He's got a lot of stuff.
Well, yeah, he's got his own room and everything, so it's not really.
He still has a lot of stuff? I thought he was supposed to get rid of stuff.
No,
I think he got
he
more
yeah,
stuff.
he definitely got more.
Yeah.
More
He
stuff.
got his own space now, so he brought more stuff, I think.
Yeah.
Did he bring like a deep freezer and stuff for all the dead animals, or is that still just
Just sits in our freezer.
Are you guys at least eating well there? I had a roommate in college who hunted bear. And so we ate a lot of bear, mix it with porchetta. It was pretty good. You had to cook it all night and everything like that. I went to college in the UP, so, dead animals all over the place. He was a Youper, big into hunting, but is he at least cooking up some of the, what is he bringing back? Just birds still, or?
I haven't eaten anything he's killed, but I don't know. We stick to chicken strips, and but no, I mean he goes and kills something, and then he comes back and he cooks it for himself, and he eats it and does whatever he does. I don't know. I don't know what he does.
It's different. It's different.
Who in the apartment is the cleanest?
I
think
probably.
you might be up
I
there.
think I would put me or Ty. Ty is pretty clean. I think.
Cleves.
Oh, Cleves. Actually,
yeah.
no. Cleves
clean.
by far. I think he's very neat.
Very neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not clashing with Zam though.
No, Cleves is in the basement with
Cleves
with
is in the
Max.
basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So they're separate from each other.
Who in the apartment is the best cook?
I feel like I've seen Cleveland whip up some meals. I've never tried what he's cooked, but
Cleveland,
he looks like he knows
Cleves,
what he's doing.
Max, Zam, they cook a lot. Ty.
Well, yeah, Zam has to. He's apparently,
Yeah.
only eating what he kills out there.
Yeah.
But
I mean, they're all making food a good amount, and it looks pretty good, except for Zam's food sometimes looks a little questionable.
Looks like he's still breathing. Yeah. But I feel like me, Shogs, and Betsy are more like kind of like I like going out for dinners with the guys and sitting down at a restaurant.
Yeah. DoorDash.
I don't know that.
still none of them sharing their meals, their home cooked meals with you guys, huh?
No, sometimes Max will like let me have a bite or something, but no, usually they cook for themselves. But
who is the house dad?
Ty Hansen.
Ty Hansen.
Oh yeah.
What is the most dad thing that Ty Hansen is done?
I feel like when he yells at people in the house, it's kind of like I got flashbacks from when I'm a kid and my dad's yelling at me.
yeah, he's got some dad one-liners and stuff too. It's just
Yeah, those are brutal. But.
Does he have dad jokes?
Oh,
yes,
He does.
yeah.
Like if you're looking for something, it'll be like, oh, there it isn't. No. Thanks, man. Appreciate it.
At this point, would you live in the house with Max and Zam without Ty? Because he was the dad last year, right? Even though he wasn't in the apartment. Is he kind of an integral part for the Plant Brothers?
He keeps him in line for sure. But no, I think if he wasn't there, it would be okay. But it's definitely better with him there.
We had asked Mary Kate O'Brien, this was one of our question of the week segments. If you had to crash at any teammate's house or apartment, whose house would you choose?
I'd go back to Oakland.
Like pick a teammate that's outside crash.
Yeah, whose house of all the teammates are?
I'd say,
if Zam smoked you guys out of that house because he burned one of those birds that he, or one of them wasn't fully dead and started running around or something, you had to leave the
Shooting
house.
it.
God, we don't need that. Whose house are you going to crash at?
I feel like I'd crash with P.O.
P.O.?
Yeah. I feel like he's got me, you know?
Yeah.
He's got you.
Yeah,
for
he's
sure.
got me. Yeah.
Shogs, you go back to visit the guys in Oakland, huh?
Probably not actually. Yeah, but
Rethought.
I'd probably just go to their house too.
Go to their house too. Whose house would you avoid?
Like the houses now, or like if we all had our own houses?
The houses now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whose house are you avoiding?
I feel like I wouldn't avoid any of them.
No,
They're all like pretty nice and we
all
do
good spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. How do you explain the bond that this class formed last season, and how is that carried over to this year's team? It is unique having so many of you guys all living together, and your class, it does. One guy did leave in the transfer portal, but the rest of you are all back here. How do you explain the bond between all you guys? It seems pretty tight.
Yeah, we're all really close. I mean, all of us are like brothers, and even with the older guys and even the new guys, we all just bond really well, and it helps that, you know, our class is really close, and I mean, it's just a lot of fun every day. You get to be with your best friends, and it's just great.
Yeah, I think like the bond we started last year carried over well, and I think it maybe got a little stronger. Now we're all living together, but like Shag was saying, you're just with your best buddies playing college hockey, so.
How much different is it going into year 2 now with that group than year 1? You were pretty close when you came in, and obviously that grew throughout last year, but this was a group that everybody had been excited about for quite some time. What's different for you two, maybe the feeling, the confidence that you have starting out in year 2, kind of knowing what's ahead than it was this time last year?
Yeah, I mean, I think we're just, again, we're very close, and I think we all just have a lot of confidence in each other, and we all want the same things, and we push each other to make each other better and make the team better. And I think that has spread throughout the whole group with freshmen and even the older guys. And I think that the bond that we have and that we've carried on is with our group and our class. I think it's just kind of, you know, it's gone out to everybody, and I think it's good for everybody to have what I think we helped start last year with how close our group is and how excited we are about it.
Yeah, I think we all have the same goal, you know. Everyone wants to win here, and I think that helps a lot. Us being close, kind of get on each other. If, you know, we have a tough day, whatever, just let them know. And I think we all have the same goal, and that's to win. So
was that easier over this summer as returners? I mean, I think sometimes when you come into a program that's, you know, had success over time and there's upperclassmen and leaders on the team, sometimes it takes a while as freshmen to find their voice, you know, or their place within the team. And you guys had such a big, talented group. It seemed like it got more and more comfortable as the year went on. But what's it like this year where there's that nucleus of returners, and then you sprinkle in some of the transfers and the freshmen? It feels like you're starting maybe 10 steps ahead of where you were as a group last year. Does it feel like that, or is it kind of what's the difference in that regard from last year?
Yeah, I think, you know, we all have a year under our belts now, so we're a little more confident and kind of know what it's like in terms of like playing that back-to-back nights or travel, all stuff like that. But I think it just comes back to us having the same goal, and that's kind of bringing this program back to the winning side and just embracing that challenge.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think we, as a freshman group last year, we played a pretty big role. We played a lot, and I think coming in this year, we have a very high requirement for our group and for our class, and I think we hold all of each other really accountable, and we all trust each other and have confidence in each and every one of us to do a job. So,
was there a moment at all last season that you guys can point to that really clicked for your class, a really strong bonding moment, one that stood out?
I think what just made us so tight is just spending all that time together. I think at the rink, away from the rink, we always wanted to be doing something together, or whether that was we went to the golf simulator a bunch, stuff like that, going for dinner and
basketball.
Yeah, I think it's just anything. Doing stuff together brings you closer, and then, you know, you kind of know what guys are like and stuff like that. So I think that's just kind of what started it.
All right, we're going to get to some fan questions here and then rapid fire to close out the podcast. We already answered Bulldogs Hockey 11 on Blue Sky. They wanted an update on your living situation with the Plant brothers. John on Facebook, what's the one or two things fans will notice that's different about this year's team compared to last year's team?
I think this year's team, we play a lot, like all four lines have a lot of speed, a lot of jam that we saw this past weekend. So I think if we get that every night, we'll be in good shape.
Yeah, I think we trust each other a lot this year with new guys and transfers and everything. I think we're already very close, everybody, not just our class. And I think just all four lines, all the D, everybody, I think we all know everybody's role and we all trust each other.
Duluth Bulldogs Hockey Town USA on Twitter trying to start something here. For once, it's not me. Who has the better shot among you two?
Well, I'm not going to say him, so I'm going to say me.
I'm not going to say him either. So.
All right, so rapid fire here. Jayson, why'd you switch from number 13 to number 17?
Yeah, Jayson.
This bothers the TV and radio guy.
Yeah, sorry. No, our
numbers.
coaches still think I'm number 13. Like,
okay.
In video and everything. So that's my bad. But I've always been 17 my whole life. I even got a tattoo of it. Like I just have always been 17, and I thought I had to. I did love 13, but I had to go back.
Did you try to make a deal with Dom last year, or just know that he was not gonna...
I didn't even bring it up.
Okay.
That was all him.
Any regrets that you're not 13 still? If the coaches are
no, I'm happy I made the switch.
Happy you made the switch.
And Schneider got to be 13 too. So
that's
it's good for him.
Yeah, he looked good last weekend.
Yeah. So
whenever they say give a compliment out there, you just take the credit for it.
No, they did it this weekend in video. It was him, and they thought it was me, and I was like, not me, but.
I apologize in advance if you get misidentified at the early part of this season.
Yeah, no, it's all good. It's already happening.
Cal, if you had to change numbers, what would you take and why? Are you in the number that you wanted, or did you have to pick a different one?
Growing up playing, like I'd change numbers a lot. I was kind of that guy, but I like 25. But if I had to change, I'd probably maybe go back to 22. I was in juniors.
Okay. Just change a number every year just to screw with Zach.
Yeah,
and
I
Bruce.
think 2 years you're kind of locked in.
Yeah.
I think that should be a rule. That maybe is what I would change. After
that's
1 year, we'll let Jayson slide because he wanted to be in 17. But if you play 2 years and then you change, then we're going to start to have bigger issues.
So my first star in Fairbanks was Kyle Gaffney because he was a perfect 3 for 3 on restaurant recommendations for everyone. Having spent some time up there, who's the guy on the team that you trust the most to pick where to go to eat? Like, who's got the best recommendations?
It's gotta be me.
You, Cal?
Oh, he loves food.
Has to be me.
Yeah?
Or if I didn't have to pick me, I'd pick probably Bency or P.O.
Bency.
Yeah.
Harper Bence has good taste as
I know
well.
you guys are definitely top 3 for sure.
Yeah.
All right, Cal, let's put you to the test here.
God.
In a year in Duluth,
Yeah.
give me 3 recommendations where to go in Duluth.
My number 1 would be Sir Ben's. Sir Benedict's a sandwich spot. Like classy restaurants, I don't know, but we go to B-dubs a lot, so it's a great spot to watch sports and eat some good wings. And third one, where do we go? 310.
310.
Yeah,
310's
310's a good spot.
I can confirm Sir Ben's is a good pick. That's nailing it.
That's a very college sophomore list, which is fine.
Yeah.
That's who you're talking to.
That's what it's about.
I don't know if Matt is going to appreciate 2 of the 3. You shouldn't go to 310.
I should not go to 310.
No, we're too old. We're too old.
Is that like me going to a hairball concert?
Correct. Yeah,
Can't go to
shouldn't
hairball.
go to-
Can't go to 310. Got it.
If you're going to go for lunch.
Go for lunch. Okay. I think I've been there once for a lunch or something like that. Maybe
The food's not bad. The atmosphere is it's the new college bar.
it's the new college
Yeah.
thing. Man, getting old sucks. On a long flight or bus ride, are you binging movies, binging a TV series, or reading a book?
Watching movies.
Watching movies.
Watching movies. Sometimes I'll watch shows, but
Your more go-to is movies.
yeah, I would say so. Like the trip to Alaska, I mixed it up a little bit. I would watch a movie, and still had 2 hours left in the flight. So watch a couple episodes of Friends or something. But no, I mix it up a little bit.
Yeah, Fairbanks was long enough that I was able to watch finally see Thunderbolts, one of the new Marvel movies, and then still had time to watch some Letterkenny on a flight. Cal, what did you get in on the trip to Fairbanks?
I was just straight movies.
Just straight movies?
Yeah, I watched almost two on each flight, I think. So yeah, I was awake watching movies. That's kind of just what I do. Is I watch a lot of movies. Watch a lot of movies. Yeah.
Watch a lot of movies. Okay. Yeah. We talked pickleball and basketball last year on the podcast. From this year's team, who are you picking as your go-to pickleball partner?
We haven't played a lot of pickleball.
No,
it's been more ping pong this year.
Ping pong,
A lot of ping pong, yeah.
But
we're partners in ping pong.
You're partners in ping pong? Okay.
Yeah. But pickleball, who's good at pickleball?
No.
Ty? I take Ty. Just 'cause
Ty's good at everything.
He'd
Ty's
bark.
good at everything.
He'd start barking at someone.
Very competitive.
What 4 teammates are you picking for an intramural basketball team?
Klebs has got to be up there. He's just a
Well, yeah,
big
he
guy.
grew like a foot, I swear, over the
he's
summer.
huge.
And
He's
he's huge.
gigantic.
Yeah.
Klebs. I'm picking Klebs. Cal's a good player. Who else is?
I'm taking Tolsey because one of the questions when we walk out, we have those TikTok questions. He said he dropped 52 points in an intramural game.
Really?
I'm taking Tolsey.
Is he a good player? He did win our.
Yeah, he said he had 52 points in one game.
Is that a lie though?
I trust him.
I guess Tolsey.
Tolsey.
He's got some good form.
Yeah. I'd take Klebs. Wouldn't take Max.
No.
Wouldn't take Zam.
No.
I'd take Bensi. I'll take P.O. Am I at 3? Can I put myself on that team?
Yeah. You and then 4 other guys. Who are you picking?
Okay. Bensi, P.O.
Shogs has apparently recruited you and then having you recruit the rest of the team here.
I'd take Ty. I need one more.
Well, we got
4.
Yeah. I think you got, I think you got more than 4 there. Yeah, you got your team.
No,
yeah. So we're doing Cal, Shogs, Ty, Klebs, and Jacob Toll, if anyone can verify his 50 point.
He said there's a video out there.
Yeah.
So.
A video out there.
He's got a video. He's got a video.
He's got a video.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're going to send the podcast listeners on an internet quest to find the video of him dropping 50. Who's got the best car on the team?
Oh, Seeps.
Yeah.
He's got a Beamer.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Who used to have the women's team? Someone had a minivan. Trying to remember what player. This used to be a question we used to always throw out to players way back when we first started this podcast. Of there's some guys that had some interesting cars back in the day.
Who had the van?
Someone had a van. They'd drive back and forth from Canada, and it was apparently a very legendary class. It was a legendary van. I don't think it was as nice as a Beamer. Might have been the opposite. All right, last one. If your house could get a pet, what would it be?
Bulldog.
Yeah.
You'd get a bulldog.
I don't know how long that dog's surviving in our house, but
I'm taking good care of it.
bulldog, yeah.
Any type of dog, really.
Well, if you're not getting a hunting dog for Zam,
No.
no. This is in honor of Zach because he has a dog named Hobie. Mm-hmm. What's your other dog's name?
Huck.
Huck and Hobie.
Yep.
Okay, just one hockey themed name.
Well, if we need a female dog for Patty, then we'll complete the
There you go.
complete the award cycle. But
Okay.
Huck was the guy.
What bulldog themed name would you give your dog? Your bulldog?
Freaking Scooch.
Yeah, sure.
I don't know.
You're taking care of it, so I don't know.
I don't know.
Jason's taking care of the dog.
Yeah, I'll take care of the dog.
You'll take care of the dog. All right. That's all the time we have on the Bulldog Insider podcast this week. Jason and Cal, thanks again for joining us on here.
Yeah,
Thanks for having us.
You can find more episodes of the Bulldog Insider podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcasts. Like us, subscribe, and rate us. For more Bulldogs hockey coverage, visit DuluthNewsTribune.com/Bulldog Insider. Subscribe to gain access to all of our coverage all season long. Zach, the Bulldogs are home against Augustana, so we got some TV. No flow hockey that no one has to deal with.
Nope. This weekend it's our fault if it doesn't work. So fingers crossed. 7:00 Friday, 6:00 Saturday. My 9 Sports. I've still got some studying, even of the UMD roster to do this week. Some of the returners changed their jersey numbers. So,
Would you like to vent more about that, Zach?
as long as I just got to get it right. I know he's going to score lots this year, so I got to get it through my head that he wears 17.
All right. Thanks, everyone, for watching. Thanks, everyone, for listening. We'll catch you next week.